You had mentioned that you had switched your sermon when you heard kind of the tone because of the worship music. I've always been critical of pastors who the music has to match the message, and I just wanted to know how you guys felt about that, because to me it kind of excludes the Holy Spirit if you're trying to go that route.
Yeah. In my case, it was, I was preaching a sermon that I had preached a few weeks prior, and I tweaked it a little bit for this congregation because we were going through Hebrews at Calvary Boise, and I had preached a few weeks prior, and so I thought, okay, I'm going to just kind of tweak that a little bit. But it was a very, it was a passage out of Hebrews 3, and it was a very much a challenging kind of call to action. And it just, this is a new church. There was 25, 30 people, and the music was a totally different sort of tone. And I'm like, it's going to feel like we just slammed on the brakes and turned, awkwardly. And I just did not want to do that in that moment. So that was the rationale behind it. So, but in other times, I think, like I said, that's probably only the second or third time in 35 years of preaching that I've done that. So it's not like I do it very often.
What do you think about matching the music to the message?
I think if you have a consistent relationship with the worship leader, you should be talking about what is on the Sunday in order that the music matches. But I have been in cases where, the music is jumping up and down and joyful, and the guy was about to preach Lamentations, and it felt like something threw a wrench right into the spokes. And so I think there is a unity that people can discern with the entire ministry Sunday of the assembly. So having the worship team and the pastor being unity, I think, is important. I'm not really sure as sense of maybe doing something where you're visiting a church and you just say like something is completely off, except doing exactly what you did.
You're winging it.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I recently was preaching through, I'm preaching through Matthew, and I was in the Sermon on the Mount, and our worship leader, we didn't have a conversation about it, but he's part of our preparation group, right? And so he will often, try, like recently we were praying, Matthew 8 and 9 includes 10 miracles that Jesus performed. Many of those are miracles of healing. And so he said, maybe we're going to encourage people to pray for the sick during the worship as a way of saying, what is God doing in our congregation as a whole? These aren't two distinct parts, but I don't think that is antithetical to the leading of the Spirit, to have the leading of the Spirit in your preparation, not just in the moment. And then recently I was in Matthew 6, and he sang this song that actually included the verse that we had just taught on, and we sang it at the end of the service. I gotta say, that was powerful. Yeah. Just to reinforce that, but in a way that also includes emotion. I was like, wow, that was cool. There was a cohesion to it. I liked it. So
you're outnumbered. Yeah. And we could do even a poll amongst ourselves. Who thinks that's important? Who doesn't? But like be true to your own convictions. I think that there is. I used to really. First off, nobody asked me, but second off, I suppose. I've always been phenomenally suspicious of emotional manipulation. Always have been, probably always will be. And I think there is a way to just create a vibe or a hype, and or to just strategically plan these spiritual feeling moments. And I think that is something always to be avoided. Yeah. But to even just see the church service as like a unified liturgical journey that includes this kind of path that we take on, and the sermon plays a part of the service. That's going to help me to see that.